Hi there, this is Nancy Akpezu, and I'm the lead consultant at Pezu Smith Consulting. Today, I'll be sharing with you 5 things that new school administrators should focus on. We all know that starting a new school administration job could be both challenging and exciting. And sometimes you do not even know where to start from. So let's dive right in. I'm going to share my slides with you and just share very quickly 5 things that you need to do if you must be, stay focused as a school administrator when you're new to a job. Okay, so I did this hurriedly just today. This was not very planned, but I'm sure that I will make a really good video for you. Okay, so 5 things new school administrators should focus on, and that's my website there. You need to get in touch with me and see how we can work together. All right, so 5 things school administrators should focus on. If you're new to this channel, I'm Nancy Ekwezo, and I'm the lead consultant at Pezu Smith Consulting. I'm the author of 5 phenomenal books, 3 of which are in print copy. They're also available on Amazon and my seller shop. I'm a trainer, I'm a TEDx speaker, I'm a facilitator, I'm an education and management consultant. I'm also a certified life coach, and I work with people to move them out of their comfort zone, to experience life differently and also to get clarity and a whole lot of other things. You can check my website, you'll see the details there. So that's a bit about me. I love this picture. It was taken by someone I mentor, and that was the day I was interviewed on CBN Africa in Abuja, and that was my hello from them. Okay, so let's dive right in. One thing you need to do is I'm trying to get this into the reading mode. Exactly. The first thing you should know as a school administrator is that it's about relationships. It's not just about your technical skills and all of the knowledge and experience that you're coming with. You need to know that you need to build not just relationships, but strong ones with the right people. And you know that a school community is made up of your students, the staff, the parents, vendors, Ministry of Education or Quality Assurance, the various bodies that you relate with. And when I say strong relationships, you have to build strong relationships with the entire school community and ecosystem. So get to know your team. Who are those on your team? What do they like? What don't they like? What have they done before? What are their fears? How do they perceive you as their new administrator? Do they think you're coming to lay them off their jobs? Do they think you're coming? They might have the apprehension, so you need to calm them down and get to know them and acknowledge what they've done before you even came. Even if you notice things that are wrong, don't start by condemning or putting them down. Rather, build up their esteem, build their expectation so that they can work with you. Have an open door policy. There's nothing great about having an office that is always shut and nobody can reach you. They should be able to feel free to come to you to discuss whatever challenges they have and also make recommendations for a better place. After all, you're not going to be working alone. You're going to be working with a team. Have regular check-ins with your team. This could be in the form of meetings. I recall then I used to have weekly meetings with my admin team, weekly meetings with the senior leadership team, and then, of course, periodic meetings with the entire school, because my last job was in a multinational, and I had over 120 staff members working under my supervision with over 1,000 students. And so I had to find a way of checking in with everybody. And, so you decide what works for you, okay? Be present. Don't just be a face. Be present, be visible. Let people know and see you and relate with you. There were days I had to leave my office to sit with my front desk officer, and some parents who were new because it was a really big school, some didn't know me. And they would just come and say, I want to see the administrator, and I would attend to them. And I'll say, oh, thank you so much. But I still want to meet Miss Nancy. Then I'll give them my card and they're like, oh, you are Miss Nancy. And I'm like, yes, I am. I just came out of my office so that I could relate with you. And that meant a lot to them. That opened my office so that parents could talk to me and know that I wasn't just an executive in an office. I was relatable. I was present. I was there to listen. Very important. Engage with the students. Find a way to engage with them. Let them have an email. They can send you emails to talk about what's going on. Let them feel free to schedule appointments to come to your office to talk with you. It's very important that you do not only hear from the staff, but you also hear from the students. Communicate with parents. I know a lot of people think parents are a handful. Yes, they could be. But hey, without them, there is no school because they are the ones who bring their children. Much as we focus on the children to educate them, we also know that without the parents who are the fee-paying customers, the students are the direct consumers, but the real customers, the real fee-paying customers are the parents, and you have to find a way to deal with them. Are there programs you can introduce to make you relate to them better? Do you send out newsletters regularly? Basically, build strong relationships with everyone and find ways to relate with them and to communicate with them because there's no relationship without communication. If WhatsApp groups work for you, fine. If it's WhatsApp broadcast, I usually do not recommend a group because it exposes the number to every other person. So broadcast chats, newsletters, phone calls, video calls, whatever it takes, meetings, everything you can do to build strong relationships. Meet also with the vendors. Who are those supplying things to your school? What kind of relationship does your school have with them? Find out, build strong relationships, okay? Another thing you need to do is establishing clear goals and expectations. It's so well and good that you expect them to perform well when you get to a school. But what are the expectations? Be specific. You have to be clear with the goals and expectations. So instead of just telling the team, I expect you to perform excellently, you have to know what the context of excellence means in this case, okay? So be very specific. And for that, I usually advise that you set measurable goals, key performance indicators that show that each person is performing. But let's start first with the vision. Let's define the vision. Do you understand the vision of the school? Do you know what was sticking in the mind of the owner when he or she set up the school? Because people set up schools to educate children, but how every school does it is different. And so you have to find out how this particular school does it so that you can tweak whatever it is you're doing to align with the vision of the school. Interpret the vision, make sure you understand it, and communicate that vision to everybody else on your team. Another thing would be collaborative planning. You do not just sit and plan alone. From the budgeting to the strategic planning to everything, you need to involve them. Even in setting goals for them that you are going to evaluate them on, they need to be involved in the planning because you're coming from outside and you do not even know what the system is like. Some things that they will tell you are going to guide you in setting the goals and expectations. Make the goals and expectations clear to everybody on their goals. And that means, of course, I imply that they already have their job descriptions and now you're setting specific goals. A specific goal for a front desk officer might be to make sure that you have to ensure that you have maybe a filing system for the school within the first 3 months or 6 months or whatever, but make sure there are deadlines for some of the things they need to accomplish. Because it's so easy to just go to work every day and do the motions and keep going round and round without really achieving. For you to measure that they are achieving, there have to be goals. And those goals must come with performance indicators to show whether they have performed. So how will you know that the front desk officer has achieved this goal? When you see that you have an electronic filing system and a physical one, you take it right. This is done, and that forms part of their performance appraisal. Another is collaborative planning. Oh, I wrote it twice. I'm not sure how important it is, even though this was an error. So actually plan with the team. Have sessions where you can plan, okay? Or they all form part of your strategic goals and plans. Set measurable goals. I've said that. And if you need templates to help you set goals, I have them on my Fella shop. And you can reach out to me on the email address that you have on this, or even visit my website and just send a message. My team will be very willing to work with you to achieve goals. But I have ready-made templates for evaluation that are actually on my Fella shop, and they're ready to use. They're editable, so you can just get right there. At this point, I would like to introduce you to my books. If you do not know that I'm an author, I have The Educator, my first book, which was written in 2019. It talks about tips that can help you get ahead as an educator in the 21st century, from developing your emotional intelligence to networking, developing your tech skills, and everything you need to know in between so that you become a valuable person as a 21st century educator, and one that is highly sought after and paid very well. I cannot tell you how many testimonials of God or people who got promotion, of schools that even use this at their team meetings, and so many other things. How people read this over and over and over as if it's their Bible to guide them in the education space. It's been an amazing book, and I'm proud to be the owner of this phenomenal book, even if I have to say so myself. Then, of course, there's Effective Boarding House Administration, which is also available on my Stella shop and on Amazon. It's available on Amazon in Kindle edition. All my books are now available on Amazon. So if you're watching from outside Nigeria, I know I have quite a number of people from the United States and United Kingdom who follow my work and who also have bought my products and services. And I'm really delighted to let you know that all of my books are available on Amazon now, and you can go right there and purchase them. Okay. Then, of course, I have my book, The School Administrator's Companion, which is available also on Seller and on Amazon. So you can go right there and get your copy, no matter the country you are in, whether you're in India, whether you're in Pakistan, whether you're in the UK or US, please get to Amazon and get yours. And if you're in Nigeria, you can get on Seller or West Africa or any African country. Seller actually accepts payments even from the UK, US, and other countries. I've had buyers from UK, US, Ghana, Tanzania, Botswana, and so many other countries. So you have an option to either do Amazon or you do Seller. Thank you. I just thought to tell you that. So the third thing would be fostering a positive school culture. You've all worked in toxic environments, or maybe, let me not say for you, I have worked in a toxic environment, and I know that I'll do anything to make sure that whatever team I lead is a positive one and has a lasting impression on the people, and works in a way to retain them and not drive them away. And one of the ways you can do this as a school leader is to, much as you open your doors to people coming to talk to you, keep an open door policy, you also want to be sure that you do not create cliques amongst your staff, and you promote respect and inclusivity amongst everybody. One of the great things people say about me on my position as a school administrator in every school of work is that I do not form cliques. Okay, I value you based on the value that you bring to the team, and there's no room for cutting corners and coming to me to pull down others so that you can keep favor. It doesn't work with me, and I highly recommend this approach to you as well. So promote respect. Respect is reciprocal. When you're a leader or a manager or an administrator and you respect the people under you, they also respect you in return. But if you talk down on them, you speak down on them, you abuse them and abuse your position, then they are going to give you the clap back or feedback about how you're actually relating with them. Another that I'll recommend is to work with policies and procedures. And if you need help with this, I have a video on my YouTube channel, Creating School Policies and Procedures. And I highly recommend this for you. Just get there, watch it, take notes, and implement. A few schools have reached out to me to say thank you. In fact, one of them gave me a gift on my birthday, and they said they couldn't understand how I could share such valuable information at no cost. So they used that video, creating school policies and procedures, to create their policies in their school. And the school administrator has ever been thankful to me that I created that video. And I'm sure that will be your testimonial after you've read it. And remember to give me a review about that video. You might want to get to my LinkedIn to just say something about it, or you might want to invite others to watch as well. Okay. Engage collaborations. Okay. Do not encourage staff to work in silos, work as a team. One of the things that will foster a positive school culture is a team spirit, getting everybody to work without picking favorites or making some people feel extra special about the organization while putting others down. I don't pick favorites, so I encourage collaborations, interdepartmental collaborations, and learn to celebrate the successes of your team members. Maybe you want to have something like Staff of the Month award, or you want to have a Staff of the Year, Staff of the Week, whatever works for you. but make sure that there are criteria for choosing these people and they're not done out of sentiment. I forgot to mention that one of the things policies and procedures will do for you is to guide you in your decision making and help you not to rely on emotions and sentiments when taking decisions. It also helps you to be clear and everybody else is clear how things are done and you can defend whatever decisions that you take as an administrator. Okay. Another will be managing resources effectively. This is the fourth point that I'm mentioning today. One of the reasons school owners do not allow school administrators get involved entirely with the whole school, and I'm sure you know what I mean. They take a lot of your power away and give it to relatives or people who come to monitor and check what you're doing, is because they know that you do not have business acumen, which of course will help you to manage resources effectively and wisely. On my last job, I actually helped to save the organization to the tune of 35 million naira by the operations that I set up. And that was because I was very big on managing resources effectively and wisely. Before anything comes to me for approval, I would double check, I would check with the vendors, I would cut down costs without necessarily compromising on quality. And we always got the best of everything that we produced, okay? And we managed the resources we had. We had a way of checking. One place you need to look into is store management. Okay, and I have a book on store management. You might want to check it out. Okay, it's available on my seller shop. That one is not available on Amazon yet, but I hope to work on it to get it on Amazon. Okay, so you can get to my seller shop and look for the book on the storekeeper's companion. It's a very useful one. It helps you save cost from the store. But generally, you have to understand budgeting and financial management in a school. How does money come in? What are the various ways money comes into a school? What are the various things we spend on? How do we create a budget? Every department should be involved. How do I manage and monitor spending? Things have to be approved before they go out. And when they are approved, not just direct automatic approval, but checking to make sure that this is done properly, things are used wisely, and nobody is cutting away schools items to go home. Okay, seek funding opportunities. This will work if you work in a school that has a lot of well-to-do parents. This worked for me in some schools, but did not work for me in one of the schools where I worked because of the class of parents I had to deal with. Okay, so parents are usually happy to fund events. You'll be surprised. They want their name to be heard and to be announced in assemblies and all that. So some of them will want to sponsor your events, maybe the fun fair or the sports day, maybe those medals you put on the athlete, and all of that. So find out what funding opportunities are available in the context of the community where your school exists and what you can do. Another thing I'll encourage is regular maintenance so that you do not now fall into having to spend too much on maintenance. When you do it bit by bit and attend to things promptly, it saves you cost on the long run. Okay, so that works. All right, so I've mentioned 4 things. This is the 5th one, and I promised to keep this video short, so I'm keeping to my word. And you can see that I'm just explaining every point in a way that you can go back and build on it, okay? After all, who are you as an administrator if you do not add research to one of the things that you do? Okay, so we're right on track, and I'm super delighted to share the 5th point, which is get a mentor, network, and keep learning. And who is going to be your mentor if you're in school administration? Of course, you guessed right, Nancy Ekpezu. That's because I've done this and I've done that. And I've even written a book on boarding house administration. I've written a book on effective boarding house administration. I've written a book, Dear Educator. I've written a book on school storekeeping, okay, the school storekeeper's companion. And so I'm the right person to go to. Apart from that, I share lots of content, and you need to follow my work on LinkedIn. I have a newsletter there. On my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and share with your community, and make notes on every video that you watch on my channel. Also join my community on Facebook, Educational Administration Network. And if you'd like me to add you to my WhatsApp group, I'll be delighted to do that. Just reach out to me. Okay, and visit my website, www.nancyekpezu.com. I have a blog where I share for free content on school management and administration, boarding house administration, from personal and professional development tips. Okay. Okay, so keep learning. We are lifelong learners. We expect the kids to be lifelong learners, and so we too must be lifelong learners. So I advise that you get a coach. I have a coaching session once I'm done with this recording, because someone in Lagos has just got a job as an administrator, and she wants me to work with her to build, what her tenure will be all about and the things she can achieve. And I get excited to do this. I love to do one-on-one coaching sessions because it gets me to the mind, to unlock your mind and do a whole lot. Sometimes I do group coaching sessions. You can also avail yourself of this. And if you're in a boarding house or your school has a boarding house, I'm the go-to person for that as well. So keep learning and invest in your personal and professional development. Buy the right books. I've just told you about my books. There are other authors out there. You should get their books as well. Good ones, though. Do not neglect industry events, conferences, workshops, webinars, and more. How do you learn if you do not go to industry events and make your contribution? Keep your eyes open, keep your pen ready to write, and your brain thinking to interpret and to get all of the things and your actionable points to get working. Buy the right books, network with the right people, and I'm glad to be in your network. I mean, I'd love to take this relationship to a new level. So contact me instead of just watching my YouTube channel and running away. Let's develop a relationship, and I'll be glad to lead you by the hand to achieve amazing things beyond your imagination. Okay, so that is it. Um, Connect with me on my website, www.nancyekpezo.com. On the website, you see various channels that you can reach me. I'm on Pinterest, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. Okay. And of course, my seller shop is stocked with resources. It's a one-stop shop for school managers and administrators. Yesterday, someone reached out to me from Botswana. She has a boarding school and she found me. She was over the moon with excitement. And we actually have a session tomorrow where I'll be helping her to tweak and get things right in her boarding house. Shout out to you, Carolina. I can't wait to work with you. Then, of course, I have my YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to it now. And you can reach me directly on WhatsApp at 0803 588. Sorry, I omitted the other 8. 5880367 plus 234 803 5880367. Thank you very much. I promise to make this a really, really short one, and I've kept to my word. Look out for my next video, but until then, make sure you take a walk virtually to my website and my YouTube channel and also my seller shop. And if you're watching from outside Nigeria, please just get on to Amazon right now and type in Nancy Ekpezu and all my books will show and you can shop. Remember to leave a review. I love the 5-star review I got from a school administrator in the United States. And she said amazing things about this book. Blew my mind. I couldn't help reaching out to her on LinkedIn to say thank you. So thank you so much. I have to look for her name from the review, on my Amazon Kindle to just reach out on LinkedIn and to say thank you. And I hope that'll be your portion or and that will be you too very soon. So like I said, let's take our relationship to a new level. Remember to stay positive as a school administrator. Care about your mental health. Get resources from me. Yes, from me. And do it now. All right. Until I come your way next, it's ciao, ciao. Okay.